Kisd employees, we are excited about the upcoming school year, but we realize that many of you will be coming onto our campuses to work on site for the first time in several months in the coming days. So we want to take an opportunity to talk to you about our COVID-19 process and what you could expect from our HR department. First, we want to make sure your health always comes at the very forefront of your decisions. Secondly, should you contract COVID-19, the first step is to contact your direct supervisor and HR. From there, the process has a multi-pronged approach. We will ask you how you are doing, if you've been tested, and also if you've received your lab-confirmed tests. We will also then do limited contact tracing based on who you say you've come into close contact with. Currently, TEA defines close contact as the following: being directly exposed to infectious secretions, i.e. being coughed on, or being within 6 feet for a cumulative duration of 15 minutes. However, additional factors like case and contact masking, i.e. both the infectious individual and the potential close contact, have been consistently and properly masked. Ventilation, presence of dividers, and case symptomology may affect this determination. Third, we'll make sure we communicate the messages to people who you've been in close contact with, whether that be an employee or a child. If you contract COVID-19, there are 2 new leave options available. They cover 3 different topics. The first is if you're caring for yourself. Should you get COVID-19, be told to isolate, or be quarantined for testing. The second topic is if you're caring for an individual who is COVID-19 positive. And the third topic is if you're caring for a child that does not have access to childcare or whose school is currently on a virtual learning plan and there's no childcare options afforded to you. COVID leave is available to all employees should you need to use it. It involves 10 days of paid leave time. Currently, COVID leave is set to expire at the end of the year. If you are on COVID leave, you are not to be working from home. Therefore, if you've been told to isolate or go home and you are on COVID leave, you are not supposed to be working from home at that time. In addition to COVID leave, all employees can supplement their own personal leave in addition to COVID leave, or you can take your personal leave and save your COVID leave for another time if needed, as long as that's before the end of the year. Self-isolation. This topic has a lot of questions. The first one is, will I be paid if I'm told to self-isolate? You could be paid if you opt to use your COVID leave, those 10 days we talked about at the very beginning that you're able to use should you be needing to care for yourself, someone that you care for, or you don't have child care. In that case, you would be paid. If you've already used your COVID leave, you can actually use your personal leave to make sure that you're healthy enough to return back to work. Depending on the reason for your COVID leave, you may receive full pay or 2/3 pay, which you may offset with your accrued paid leave. So what does returning to work look like, and how do you determine if you're able to return once you've had COVID-19 or you've been in close contact with someone? Let me lay it out for you, but please understand that these conditions are always changing, and so the latest document can be found on our website. Currently, the guidance from TEA states that you can return back to work if you've been lab confirmed to have COVID-19 if at least 1 day or 24 hours have passed since your recovery. This means you no longer have a fever and you are no longer using fever-reducing medicine. Second, you've seen an improvement in your symptoms, no more cough, shortness of breath. And third, at least 10 days have passed since your symptoms first appeared. And should you want to return before those 3 items are completed, you can actually go to a medical professional and get cleared for having a COVID-19 test come back negative and returning that to HR. Employees wishing to apply for an ADA accommodation must provide a sufficient doctor's note that not only confirms your qualifying disability, but also explains the specific accommodation requested, or a doctor's note indicating an alternate diagnosis like strep throat, allergies, or sinus infection. Killeen ISD is taking our COVID-19 mitigation efforts seriously. In addition to providing 110 additional custodians to our current staff members, we are also purchasing 60 new EMIS machines. These machines will go throughout buildings on the district campuses and facilities and make sure that at the end of the evening we are disinfecting all buildings so that your health and safety remains a top priority. Teachers, this year in your classroom, we'll be providing a bottle of disinfectant for you should you need to clean up something or disinfect a surface that you feel needs to be attended to immediately. We understand there will be instances where students are coughing or sneezing, and this may provide you just a peace of mind to know that we're putting this in your classroom. And in closing, there is plenty of training coming your way. On August 4th, annual training will become available, and included will be our COVID-19 mitigation training and overall training for best practices throughout the district. We want you to stay healthy during this entire process, and we're excited to bring you back to our campuses, and we hope to bring students back on September 8th. Should you have any questions, you can always reach out to our HR department or also check out our HR highlights online.